All right, well, welcome into Rockdown Detroit Lions breaking news edition, free agent frenzy. And I got to tell you, this is not one that's going to get anybody extremely excited, but the Lions are now on the board with an outside source free agent, finally signing somebody other than their own players. We signed Graham Glasgow this morning about 8:30 in the morning. And now your Detroit Lions have brought in a edge rusher, Marcus Davenport, formerly of the Minnesota Vikings. Like I said, this is not going to get anybody excited at this point. Literally played in 4 games last season with 2 sacks. I mean, just take a look at the grades here. Overall, 55.4, run defense, 52.3, pass rush, 60.1, 7 pressures, which equated to 2 hits, 3 hurries, 2 sacks. Played in a total of 40 run defense snaps. I mean, this is just atrocious of a signing at this point. And I really don't know what to say about it. Very confused. Now, in 2017, he had a phenomenal grade, 90.6. 2016, 73.8, but this was all of his college work. This is everything that he did prior to coming into the NFL. Go to premium stats, and he's not even in there. Man. So don't really know much about this guy, like I said, but the Lions have at least signed somebody at this point. I mean, this has just got to be depth, right? I mean, the thing that concerns me is last year he signed a 1-year deal with the Minnesota Vikings for $13 million. $13 million.
Jameson makes the catch.
And my question is,
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, number 9.
What were his stats in 2022? Let's take a look here. Let me get Pro Football Reference opened up. All right, so 2022, we're looking at a guy. Wow. Played in 4 games. I'm sorry, 23 played in 4 games, started 3. In 2022, played in 15 games, started 9. Half a sack, 29 combined tackles, 2 TFLs, 8 quarterback hits. In 2021, a little bit better of a season, 9 sacks. But overall, throughout his career, 6 seasons, he has 23 and a half sacks, 149 combined tackles, 64 QB hits. So, I mean, on paper, if you look at his career, it's not horrible, especially if you take into consideration, the fact that he hasn't played a full season ever. 13 games, 11, 15, and 4, so 67 games. He's missed 4, 8, about 40 games throughout his career so far. So I guess there's a lot to be consumed yet for this guy to try to figure out who he is. Big dude, though, 6'6", 265 pounds is what he was listed at. He's 27 years old. So he still has, some opportunity to grow. And you guys know me, right? You know that I love to dig deep into Brad Holmes. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and take a look at the roster that I put together of Brad Holmes Visit Tracker. And if you guys have been, part of Rockdown Detroit Lions, Rockdown Podcast Network channel for a while, you know that I dug deep into Brad Holmes' history to figure out who are the guys that are going to come to this team. Right. And what did I say? What did I find out? That all of the free agents so far that have come to Detroit have met with Brad Holmes at the combine, pre-draft visit, top 30 visit, have been drafted, by the Rams. Every single free agent that we've had so far, or at least 95% of them, fall into that bucket. So let's take a look. So he was drafted when? 2018. Let's take a look at 2018 for the Rams. Was Marcus Davenport a visit? Here we go. We'll take a look. I'll show you my crappy page. Don't knock it because it's not organized right now. But this is 2018 Rams. Let's see if Marcus Davenport is on here. I do not see him. But as you notice, you got Darius Fountain. So I do not see him on this list. But I mean, when you look at these guys, Jamal Williams, Kaminsky, Denzel Mims, Juju Hughes, Cam Sutton, Darius Fountain, Tyrell Crosby, every single one of these guys, Brad Holmes had a visit with prior to bringing him into Detroit. And yeah, that would be it because that gets into 2019. So, all right. So that's the update for right now. And I'll be back by 8:00 unless something else breaks. Let me make a peek here into the chat, see what everyone's saying. So, yeah, Braylon Dennis, we signed Marcus Davenport from the Vikings and not Hunter. Oh my goodness, WTF. This is horrible. Mark Baylor, are you kidding me? Isaac Patrick, we need to sign Hunter. Talking with the King DTV says Chase is out there, makes no sense to me. We don't want to win. Look, if this ends up being some big deal, like a $10 million deal, I probably will lose it. Oh, let me look at some updates here. Hold on. The Lions just acquired cornerback Carlton Davis from the Bucks. Let me bring this in for you guys. We got a little bit extra breaking news right now. One second. Pull us in from Tom Pelissero. As of about 2 minutes ago, the Detroit Lions have signed Carlton Davis from the Bucks. Carlton Davis was entering the last year of his contract with Tampa Bay and due $14.5 million. Now he fills a need in Detroit, is what the sheet says, and this was a trade. So my question is, what did we trade for? How much did we give? And I'm not seeing anything. Clearly, it's a reunion with Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn, according to the Marcus Davenport signing. All right, so the Lions are now on the board twice. And I do not know anything about Carlton Davis. Let's bring Carlton Davis in and take a look at who this guy is. I do not know much about this guy. Carlton Davis III. Oh, gee, Willikers, look at these grades. Oh, my God. I know grades don't mean everything. They're a darn good evaluator, though. Here we go. PFF Carlton Davis. 2 interceptions in 2023. Let's take a look at his bio. He's 6'1", runs a 4.53, 206 pounds. So good size corner. Definitely has the length, has decent speed. Draft year 2018. Draft team obviously was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was selected in round 2, number 63 overall. And his grades are terrible. 58.2 overall in 2023, 63.3 in run defense grade. Pass rush, 55.8. I'm not so worried about that, but the coverage grade, 57.5. Passer rating allowed, 107.4. I don't get it. Like that's exactly who we had on the team last year. Exactly who we had on the team last year. Same exact type of player. Let's take a look at some premium stats. I want to look at his history a little bit more. So, I mean, his tackling looks like it's decent for the most part. He's got a couple of bad games in here. And you definitely need to be a tackler if you're going to be a Detroit Lion. Never really involved in the pass rush. His coverage is, I mean, sketchy at best. The run defense scares the heck out of me because that's what we're known for. I mean, what I will tell you right now is every single guy that was on the team last season had great run defense grades, or at least were pretty good. Like their run defense grades were better than their coverage grades. Let's look at his season grades overall. 2023, 63.1. 2022, 65.1. So he's fallen off from his best year in 2021. He's never been a good tackler. Look at this. Even though he had some good games overall, he's not grading well. Throughout his entire career, let's see how many interceptions this guy's had. 9 interceptions, 6 seasons. So he's averaging about 1.5 a season. If I could evaluate some tape with you guys, I would, but I don't feel like getting copyright strikes today. It's always a pain in the butt to deal with. So I'll definitely be reviewing his tape and the other tape. Now, my question is this. What did we sign these guys for? Like, someone's got to hurry up and put out these. So the Lions did trade compensation update here. The Lions are trading the second of their 3rd round picks this year for Carlton Davis. Plus, oh my effing God, plus a 2024 6th round pick and a 2025 6th round pick. Please tell me we're not covering any of his salary. Is this for real, Brad Holmes? Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I definitely could have found a corner in the 3rd round that's probably better than this dude. Oh my God. 3 picks for a guy that grades in the 50s. Well, PFF must be worthless then. It's just got to be worthless. That's not cheap, man. I don't know who just said that. That's not cheap. Rob, dude, we just gave up 3 picks for this dude. You're telling me that we couldn't have given up a 2nd round pick instead of a 3rd to go get L'Jarius Sneed? All day. The Chiefs would be taking that. You know damn well they're not getting a 1st round pick, but you would have given them a 2nd and a next year's 4th and a 6th. They probably would have done it. This is insane to me. I hate to say it, but Brad Holmes, dude, this is bad. And I hope he makes me out to be a liar. I hope that I eat my words from this live stream. You guys rarely ever see me lose control or get upset. I think it was the Cowboys game or something that I think I was doing a little bit of a live stream coverage that I was a little hot, obviously. But this type of stuff is what bothers me. Yeah, let me pull this in to show you guys. This right here bothers me big time.
Jameson makes the catch. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, number 9.
Shout out to Plandy for the subscription. Appreciate it, my man. So here's the cut. Like I said, there's the compensation update. We're giving up a second of our third round picks and a 6th round pick in 2024 and a 6th round pick in 2025. Hey, I hear you, Seth Floyd. You're saying he's a good cornerback, but I think we just went over the grades. They're terrible. He's not a good cornerback at all. Has no production. And beyond that, he can't tackle for crap. So I hope that he's just in a bad system. Here's what the first thing that I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be going and looking at the tape versus the Bucs this season. How well did he play us? Someone just said we get picks. That's not what. Just read this right here. It says the Lions are trading the second of their third round picks this year.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions. That's what I'm talking about. That's what
Shout out to the Ollingers that just subscribed. So it says the Lions are trading the second of their third round picks this year for Carlton Davis, plus a 2024 6th round pick and a 2025 6th round pick. So we are not getting picks. It says that we are giving picks. Am I missing something? What am I missing here? No, where do you see that we are getting that? You guys keep saying that we are getting 2 picks.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, number 9.
What am I misunderstanding? I just read it, didn't I? Compensation update. The Lions are trading the second of their third round picks this year for Carlton Davis. Are you saying the plus means that we're also going to get a 6th round pick this year and next year? Is that what you're saying? That the plus means that we're getting it? Could be. It's worded wrong. It's poorly written then. It should say that the Lions are getting Carlton Davis and a 2024, not plus. Because plus sounds like you're giving away. You're trading for, plus you're adding this into the deal. Either way, poorly written, Tom whatever your name is, Pelissero. Come on, get it right. Plus equals and, it does not. Not in the terms of a negotiation. Plus, would be extra, not something that, you're receiving. Plus means extra. Like you're giving away extra. And means you're receiving, like you're getting him and something. But I guess that's just my millions of deals that I've done in sales that would tell me that. I guess to each their own. It's poorly written. So be that as it may, look, if we're trading a 3rd round pick and getting 2 6s, 2 6s are not worth a 3rd. In the 3rd round, there's Kabal Hayden, who's probably better than Carlton Davis ever will be, in my opinion. There's McLaughlin, who's probably going to be better than Carlton Davis ever will be. Yet to see. They still got to come to the NFL. They still got to show us that they can do the work. But I would much rather take a chance on a rookie and go out and find that top tier corner that we desperately need, because it's not Cam Sutton. But we're going to see. We're getting junk in return. I appreciate that comment. I just saw Hinman still junk cornerback for a 3rd. I don't know how. I would rather have traded a 2nd round pick and a 4th round pick next year for L'Jarius Sneed. Hell, I would even given up a 3rd round pick this year. You're getting a shutdown corner. But anyway, that's the news update for right now. I'll be back at 8 o'clock. I appreciate y'all jumping in here and helping me correct this Tom Pelissero article. I think I'm going to send him a message just to mess with him, just to have some fun. Wonder if there's any other news. Let me peruse real quick. Let's see here. See, like even in the second part of his of his update, it just says the Lions are acquiring Carlton Davis from the Bucks. That's it. It doesn't say acquiring plus picks. And I know that he updated it, but let's see if I can find anything else on it. Someone's first comment, and this is hilarious. It says, Davis is an interesting way of spelling Sneed. Yeah, I hear you there. The Steelers tend to think that this is a pickup for us. All right. Well, it is what it is. I don't see any other updates coming in right now. But when I do, I'll be back. Appreciate y'all joining me. But yes, Joe Miller, this is a horrible start to free agency. This is not what we needed to see. Not only did we pass over all of the top tier selections, AJ Epinesa got clawed back by the Bills. He didn't. He tested free agency for about 6 hours. So there goes our top tier, and then our second tier. Huff is gone. I mean, yeah. And then we get a guy named Marcus Davenport who's done literally nothing in the NFL since he's been here. This is not the way that you want to start. And this is not, like I was just explaining to Derek when I was having a conversation with him. It's like, man, we have zero way of filling out this roster if this is how we're going to approach free agency. With all of the holes that we have, there's no way we're going to get there with good quality guys. Good. I mean, you want to get better than last year. Here's my question. Is Carlton Davis better than Jerry Jacobs? Is he better than Kendall Vildor? Yeah, you still got Hunter out there. Reader, I mean, the dude just had a season-ending injury in week 15. Don't need him. He had it was labeled a quads injury, and then it was a knee injury, and then in 2020 had a quads injury. Sounds like someone that's too injury prone to me in his legs. Kind of need your legs as a defensive tackle. So I would stay far away from DJ Reader. So it'll probably be the guy that we're gonna get next. You watch. So, yep, I've got a couple of questions for Brad Holmes. And when I finally get into that room and I'm able to ask the questions, I'm not going to hold back like the rest of these guys. I'm going to ask the real questions. They might get sick of me and throw me out. Who knows? But I want to ask the real questions and get some real answers. I'm not going to play patty cake with these guys. I think the fans deserve to know a little bit more and to get, some of the facts on the table. I'm not going to trip on somebody's ego when we're trying to do a job. So, all right, y'all, listen, 8:00 tonight, be here. We're going to do an off the cuff. We're going to try to wrap up day one as it's still going on. And quite honestly, I don't know everything that I'm going to talk about yet because there is really nothing that's happened. So we'll see how it goes the rest of the day. And I'll get some stuff prepared. I'm going to try to dig into the two guys that we just picked up and provide some more information. I think that'll be the goal for 8:00. All right, y'all. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.